Hello, and welcome. My name is Given Illustrative, and this is the I Am Youth Movement YouTube channel. And this is Millennial Pillars, where we have conversations about what it means to be a millennial living in the millennial era. So today we're going to be having a conversation about something that I find very interesting. So we are on the theme of identity this month of October, right? And understanding our identity, like how do we form, how do we become the people we God intended us to become? And also how do we become the people that we intend for ourselves to become? You know what I mean? So here's an interesting question. Do you think that you were born with a sense of identity and therefore all you need to do is just unfold, right? And the person that you are surfaces? Or is it a matter of you, just like a lab test, scientists working in a lab, is it a journey of trial and error until you discover the person that you are? And I think this is a very, very, very deep question, because there are a lot of people who discover themselves in others and they don't realize that that's what they're doing. But we do that a lot as millennials. We discover ourselves in other people. Right? And as a result, we end up not knowing who we are ourselves. Now, here's the answer to that question. I personally believe that we're not born with our identities. We discover our identities. And our identities are discovered. It's very messy. It's a very messy process in discovering who you are in life and discovering what career path you want to take, in discovering what sports you're into, in discovering whether you're a person who's into sports or not, and also in discovering who you are in Christ. It's a very, very messy journey. There's a lot of trial and error, a lot of failure, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of, broken bones as well. Now, what do I mean by that? So I'm going to make an example with discovering your career path, which for me, it was a place where I actually discovered myself a lot. So when we leave high school and you go and you do your varsity, or some people leave high school and or graduate from high school and actually start pursuing their career, right? The thing is this: when you are done and you're, first of all, about to choose what you're going to be studying in varsity, you have no idea whether that's the right thing for you to do. And as a result, a lot of people actually end up in varsity realizing that I actually didn't want to study this. I personally don't enjoy this. And that was my story, right? I left high school. Let me rather say I graduated high school, and then I ended up in varsity doing marketing. And I discovered that marketing was actually not what I wanted to do with my life. It's not what I wanted to study. I enjoy marketing. I think it's fascinating, but it's not what I wanted to study because I didn't know. And that's the thing about the journey of self-discovery and discovering your identity. It's that you're always stepping into the realm of the unknown. You can never know whether you're going to like something or not. And as a result, it's important for you to appropriate your expectations. And that obviously comes from the book of Proverbs, where it says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. And the word hope actually means confident expectation. So when you have the wrong expectations, right? Whenever you have the wrong expectations, you will be disappointed and your heart will then grow sick. So as a result, you always have to understand and appropriate your expectations and understand that in the journey to discovering yourself, you will have to deal with a lot of unknowns. You won't always know what you like and what you don't. So you'll have to experiment. And that's the point I'm getting to. I had to experiment with the things I enjoy and the things I don't enjoy. And even now, being 28, approaching 29 in actually less than 2 months, I will be 29. I'm approaching 30, guys. So bear with me, right? This beard is not there for decorations, even though I've trimmed it off right now. But I hope you get my point, in the sense that it is okay to go through life without knowing exactly who you are. Because life is a journey of self-discovery, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. It's like being in a lab as a scientist. You're going to go through a lot of trial and error, and that's okay. And I want you to know that that's okay. It's okay to, I mean, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, right? And as the saying goes, to make an omelet, you have to crack a few eggs. And that's what you got to do. And that's what you have to be okay with, getting messy and making mistakes and just, you know, offending a few people along the way. That's totally okay. Some people are going to turn their back on you, and that's totally okay. And I've learned that. I've had to learn that the hard way. And with that said, I'm going to leave you with this question. Do you think that it is true that in order to discover your true identity and your true self, the self that you're comfortable with, you have to go through a journey of self-discovery? Rather than the sometimes people don't say it, but they assume that and they've made the conclusion subconsciously that in order for me to discover who I am, I just need to unravel, which means I've always been this person. But I actually am arguing against that no, maybe your personality you were born with, but your things, discovering who you are in terms of what are your proclivities, then you need to go through a lot of trial and error. Right? And even in terms of forming your attitude towards things, you need to go through a lot of trial and error. And with that said, my name is Given Illustrative. This is Millennial Pillars right here on the I Am Youth Movement YouTube channel. As always, as well, do hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell and comment so I can actually hear what your views are on the conversations that we have here on Millennial Pillars. I'm very much interested in finding out and hearing your personal views. That excites me, just to know what you're thinking about the things that we're discussing. And with that said, catch you next time.